I'm talking about like the conspiracy theory angle. Do you guys still subscribe to that or no?
There's lots of conspiracy theories. Can you elaborate what exactly you're talking about?
Yeah, it's very vague and a kind of a loaded question because you've said still, right, and conspiracy theory.
What do you even?
Well, I'm
What
talking
are
about
you
the
trying to
idea
pull
of the Earth being flat
How is that a
or globe,
conspiracy theory?
or a globe rather. I'm sorry.
How is any of that a conspiracy theory?
No, well, most of you guys that I talk to, you think is some part
Is
of.
people? Let me ask you. A lot of people believe in ghosts. Is that a conspiracy theory?
Well, if this channel was about ghosts, then I would ask
A
them that.
ghost
But
would be a conspiracy theory if a lot of people believed in ghosts.
okay,
A lot of people believe the Earth is a globe in the same way as believing in ghosts. It's just a belief that's a fantasy. It's not a conspiracy theory. You don't believe it because of a conspiracy theory, right? You think the Earth's a globe.
No, I'm asking if flat earthers think that the whole thing is a conspiracy.
I think I just answered that. Maybe you didn't comprehend my words.
No, you said a lot there.
Yeah, I said that believing in something doesn't de facto make something a conspiracy.
Well, I get that. That's why I asked the question. So.
It was a weirdly formed question.
Conspiracy theory between who? Who's conspiring?
Okay, I'll rephrase it.
This is your idea. This isn't our idea.
I said I'll rephrase it. Is it okay?
Yeah.
You flat earthers think that the
You flat earthers think. How do you know what we think?
I'm trying to ask a question.
That wasn't a question. That was a statement.
You cut me off. So.
No, like you flat earthers think can't be formed into a question. Okay.
I'm asking if people who think the Earth is flat think that it's a conspiracy, the idea of the Earth being a globe.
No.
Okay, that's what I was trying to ask before you cut me off. So.
How would you believe the Earth is a globe? It's not a conspiracy.
Oh, okay. You don't think it's a government thing or anything like that, or?
I don't think the government has an official position.
Okay. Huh. So I'm just curious, where does all this stuff online come from about the information relative to the Earth being a sphere? Where does all that come from?
Ignorance.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Where's all this stuff about ghosts come from? Where's all this stuff about elves come from? Where does all that come from?
I don't know. Are there any scientific papers about ghosts and elves, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Probably like for fucking 50 years.
Yeah.
Was it
Does
the
anyone know
Harvard?
what the shape of the Earth is?
What does that mean?
I'm asking
Does
you.
anybody know?
Yeah, in your view, does anyone know?
Well, that's kind of loaded. I don't think anyone knows. Never certain. I don't think anyone's ever been outside the Earth to see it in its entirety.
I see. You don't
If
think
that's
NASA
even a
knows?
possibility, which I doubt it is.
Do you think NASA knows or no?
NASA's not a person. NASA doesn't know things.
I didn't say you were a person.
You're very sloppy with your language.
Organization.
And you're doing it intentionally so that you can speak in generalities and create a narrative. This is very obvious to me. NASA doesn't know things. There's people at NASA. Those people know things. So let's be very specific of what we're talking about. Who knows things? Who's part of conspiracy? Let's be very specific on who these people are. Is it you? Would it be you?
No.
Would it be Matthew Learns in here?
No, I'm just asking you what you think about certain things.
I don't think about it as I don't anthropomorphize NASA. I don't anthropomorphize the government.
Neither do I.
You just did twice.
No, I didn't anthropomorphize.
I don't see you using proper names of human beings.
I don't know anyone who works at NASA. Why would I use a name?
Because those would be the conspirators.
Okay, let's take conspiracy out of it. Do you think people at NASA know what the shape of the Earth is?
No.
Okay, that's all I was asking you. We don't have to be difficult with this.
No, bro. Only 20, Matt corrected me, only 24 people even claim to know.
Okay. I was just wondering what
Do you
your
realize
opinion
that,
was.
right? Only 24 people claim to have primary knowledge that the Earth is a globe.
Okay.
In the history of man, there's 9 billion people on the Earth now, and probably since the space program, probably 9 billion have lived and died. So out of that 18 billion people, 24 people say, yeah, I know the Earth is a globe. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
Are they correct?
No,
How do you know that?
because we can measure the Earth.
Well, if they say they saw it as a sphere, then
That's
how
not a
can you prove
measurement.
them wrong? Oh, okay.
It's not a measure. So, how many people saw it as flat? 9
Can you
billion?
see? Can you see ultraviolet light?
No, but 9 billion people saw the Earth as flat. 24 saw it as a sphere. What are we going to go with?
That almost sounds like a genetic fallacy.
No, you obviously don't know what a genetic fallacy is.
No, I do know what a genetic fallacy is.
Okay, tell me what it is.
Well, you essentially you saying that just because a certain number of people saw something is not true.
That would be an appeal to majority. It's not a genetic fallacy.
Well, it could be that too, but you're saying they're not credible because there's only a certain number.
No. What I'm saying is, you asked me if they were wrong. Okay?
Okay.
And you asked me how I know they're wrong. I said because we measure it.
Who's we?
Me. People in this
You.
chat. Other people that aren't in this chat.
Okay. So I'm guessing you guys are part of the minority when it comes to measuring stuff, right?
So the argument you just complained about, you just made.
No, I'm asking you. I didn't say you were.
As far as measuring the Earth, no.
Okay. You measured the entire Earth?
You don't need to measure the entire Earth. You only need to measure a subsection. You can
Oh, I see.
extrapolate out.
Huh.
Because of physics of water.
Okay.
So if
Then how
water's
big
connected, right, it pretty much does the same thing across its surface when it's all connected.
I see.
And the
So you
oceans of the Earth are just one giant fucking ocean. It means all the water's connected, and that consumes the majority of the surface of the Earth. So whatever that water does, that's what the Earth does. That we can make a statement about the entire Earth based upon a measurement of subsection of water.
Sure.
Because you
Oh.
could extrapolate out, and that extrapolation is justified because of the physics.
Okay, so your extrapolation tells you that the entire Earth is so-called flat?
It tells us that the water's not curving. And since it's not curving, it can only be the opposite, flat.
Are you talking about the Earth or are you talking about the water on the Earth? Which one?
The Earth,
Okay.
not the physical dirt, the Earth as a whole.
Okay. So with your extrapolation, does it tell you what the dimensions of the Earth is?
No, we don't care.
I'm just
It's
curious
irrelevant.
if it tells you that too.
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to the question.
I'm just
See,
wondering
this
if
is
you
called
know
a
that.
red herring that you're trying to pull now. Because you can't
I'm
actually
just
address what I said, and that the surface of the water is flat. You can't actually address that because you know that's true, but you have an ideology which, that prohibits that.
no. I'm trying to understand if you can extrapolate that
Oh,
it's
you
flat.
understand. You
You can
understand perfectly
extrapolate
well. This is an act you're doing.
the mathematics is behind the Earth. Did your extrapolation give you that too, or
The mathematics that's behind the Earth? What?
yeah, the dimensions of the Earth?
You don't need the dimensions to know if the surface is flat. The only
I didn't say
dimension
you
you need to
needed it.
know
I
is
was wondering if you had it.
all you need to know is the vertical ratio to the horizontal ratio.
I was just wondering if you just had those numbers. That's all. If you don't, that's fine.
Don't need them.
Do you have them?
Don't need them.
Okay. I was just wondering if you had them anyway, though.
How would I have them?
I don't know. You tell me. You either do or you don't. But
How would anybody have them? This is a game you're playing, dude. It's getting annoying, Raiden. You're not clever. See right through this shit.
I'm not playing a game. I just asked if.
Yeah, you are. You're just asking questions. This is called the sea lion troll, Raiden.
I'm not trolling. I just asked you.
The sea lion troll. Why don't you look it up because you're doing it? I'll just read what it is.
Okay.
So everybody knows what you're doing.
I'm not. I just asked a question. I'm not doing anything.
I know. You're just asking questions.
I mean, I don't care if you don't have them. That's fine.
I'm innocent.
Sea lion troll is a term for a type of trolling called sea lining, which involves persistently asking for evidence and clarification under the guise of civility to exhaust, annoy, and discredit an opponent. Sounds familiar.
So me asking you if you have dimensions of the Earth.
So you're going to keep doing it?
No, I'm not going to ask you.
Yeah. Again. Do I need to read the definition again?
No.
Which involves persistently asking for evidence and clarification under the guise of civility to exhaust, annoy, and... I'll answer your question. Tell me how it's relevant. When you can demonstrate to me that it's relevant to whether the surface of the Earth is flat or curved, then I'll answer.
I never said it was relevant.
Okay, then I'm not answering it. It's irrelevant.
Okay, fair enough. What's for dinner?
Yeah, that's just as irrelevant as the frickin' what the size of the Earth is.
Okay. What's relevant in your view?
Things that, observations that answer the question of whether the surface of the Earth is flat or curved. That's what's relevant.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm guessing when you say observations, you mean with the naked eye?
Measurements.
Oh, but we're back to numbers again, right?
Yeah, measurements, dude.
But I asked you for numbers and you said it's not relevant.
No, you asked me for the totality of the dimensions. You asked me for the surface area. That's irrelevant.
Okay.
Unless you're going to argue we're on this flat spot and the Earth's a fucking giant ball of fucking like 1.6 billion miles in circumference. And we're on a flat spot on that ball.
Okay. Well, I won't press you on it. So I was just wondering.
Yeah. You can do whatever you want, dude. This is just rhetorical gimmicks, dude.
No, it's not a gimmick.
It's very obvious.
I'm not trying.
I wish you guys would come in here with some level of honesty, man, but I guess I'm asking for too much.
Just ask a question. That's all we don't have to
Yeah, I know,
talk
Sea Lion. I know you're just asking questions under the guise of civility. Yeah, I know.
No, I'm always civil. It's not a guise. So I don't come in here.
No, you're always under the guise. It's always under the guise, dude.
No, I don't berate you guys or anything.
Yeah, I know, because you have your guise of civility.
No, it's who I am. It's not a guise. I don't think you're stupid or crackpots or anything.
Stop sniveling, little
I don't care about that. It's two different questions, dude. You're Mr. Irrelevant, dude. You just go to relevant thing after irrelevant thing.
Alright. Fair enough. Besides Flat Earth, how's your night going?
Yeah, it's going fantastic. So let me ask you. How can you test whether the Earth is flat or oval? What can you do to test it?
That's a good question.
Where's the true dichotomy
between those two statements?
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that people claim are a dichotomy, but they could work on either proposition, right? So what can we test that's an actual true dichotomy? That the result of some observation will give you positively ball versus flat.
Well, if I had to pick one thing between those two statements you offered, I would say go as high up as you can and look down.
Is looking objective?
That's all we have. So
That's all we have. No, we have more than that. We have tools, right?
okay,
We have
look what
tools
tools.
that are that do make objective comparisons between things,
Okay. Well, how about we
right?
use both? How about we use the tools and what you see with your eyes and do a comparison?
Why would you mix something objective with something subjective? Why would you do that?
I can't use both.
Because one's subjective, one's objective. That's like saying I want to mix how tall I am with my favorite color. It makes no sense.
Why can't one corroborate or verify the other?
One is subjective, the other is objective. What aren't you understanding?
No, I understand what you're saying, but I don't understand why you can't use both. And then
Because,
form an
dude,
opinion
like
after
how
that.
many times you're talking about dichotomy? How can't, okay, the law of the excluded middle, the law of non-contradiction, and the law of identity. That's why. Those three things, dude. The three laws of logic, objective and
Indio,
subjective, are opposite things. You can't integrate them together.
let me give you an example. Let's say I know what you look like. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Let's say someone gives me a picture of you or a photograph. Okay, and I have it in my hand. I can look at that photograph and then I can turn around and I can look at you and I can say, you know what, that's India. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's wrong with me doing that?
Okay. That's because I'm there. You actually have something. You have a referent to compare it to. But it still wouldn't tell you whether that picture is real or not, because that match that you're doing that is in your mind, right? It's subjective. So you could have a really good artist. I could actually post a picture of, I could post a picture right now of Morgan Freeman.
I
Okay,
guess you
right
could
now.
say anything
And you
subjective.
think it was,
Do that.
and brother, you would think it's a photograph. And everyone I've ever shown it to think it's a photograph, when it's actually a photograph of a painting of Morgan Freeman.
It could be, sure.
Well, it is. So even though you'd evaluate that as, dude, that's definitely freaking photograph of Morgan Freeman. It's not Morgan Freeman. It's a painting of a photograph of Morgan Freeman, and a photograph of that. So
Oh,
you're you're 2 layers removed away from the actual subject. That's why it's
at some point,
subjective.
you have
You're
to trust your
dude.
senses.
What you're not understanding is your evaluation, your quote unquote match, is a subjective evaluation. There's no metric. There's no objective metric that you're applying to your evaluation. Like, oh, it looks like it to me. Looks similar to me. It might look similar to you and not similar to somebody else.
Well, this is getting pedantic now because
It isn't
you have
pedantic. It
you have to
isn't
you have to
pedantic. It's the
interpret
crux of the
everything.
problem. It's
You
the
can say
crux
that
of the
about anything.
problem. See now your civility mask is falling off.
No, what I'm saying is you could say that about anything. You could just say, well, you're just evaluating it.
That
You're just evaluating it. Yeah, I mean,
no.
yeah.
No. Everyone can read a tape measure and agree that something is 10 inches fucking long. It isn't subjective.
If someone was being stupid with you, they could say, "How do you know what 10 inches is?" But I won't do that. Okay,
Oh, Jesus fucking
you understand
Christ.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude,
I'm
stop.
not gonna do that.
Yeah,
You
we're
understand my
assuming they
point,
know.
right?
We're assuming they know how to fucking count. Okay, and they
Right.
wouldn't even listen, bro. They wouldn't even need to know how to count. You could just say, "Hey, you don't even need to read the words. Take a little red marker, put this freaking tape measure against this thing, and when you compare this length to that length, make a little red marker on the tape measure when they're the same." And they're going to be the same for all fucking people in all time, forever and ever. It doesn't matter whether you can read the fucking ruler or not. You're doing a direct comparison between two things. This is what measurement is.
Yeah, it seems like you want to argue with someone tonight, and I'm not arguing with you about anything. You know?
Now you're going to talk about me.
No, it just seems like you're gonna like
Don't try
fight.
to divine my mind, dude. You're just wrong. And you're
About
not
what?
getting it. You're
What am I
fighting it,
wrong about?
okay? Subjective looking at things. You don't take the subjective, the earth looks flat, do you?
Well, how do you determine if
Do
you're
you
being
accept
objective?
that the Earth looks flat?
Yeah, it looks flat. Yeah,
Oh, but it's
but
not. Is that why? Is that subjective?
I mean, if you're in the middle of a desert, it can look like you see water in the distance, but that doesn't mean
You're
there's
not
water
talking
there,
about
right?
mirages, okay? How do you even know you're seeing mirages? Because you can look at them and say, "Hey, dude, the world don't look like that. That's a mirage." Good try. That shit don't fly. The Earth looks flat. Why don't you accept that?
I didn't say I didn't.
Well, you're not a flat earther.
It appears that way, but I'm not
Oh, that's
saying that.
all? That's
I
an
don't know what the
objective
entire.
measurement, dude.
In front of me, that's what it looks like. Yeah, as far as I can
Yeah, no,
see.
that's subjective, bro. We just look at it, right? So now
Can't
looking at, see, I'm illustrating your hypocrisy,
I can't see
right?
the entire Earth. I can see as far
Why
as
do
I
you
can
need to see
see.
the whole thing?
Well, I can't talk about the whole thing if I can't see the whole thing, right?
Yeah, but you can go in a bunch of different places, and everywhere you look from wherever place you are, all those places look flat.
As far as I can see, sure.
That's right. If you go to China, if you go to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, all those places look flat.
So why don't you accept it is?
Yeah. Why do you think there's a magic place where that totality of flatness becomes a ball?
I can't justify extrapolating that the entire Earth is flat just based on as far as I can see.
So how do you justify a point of view you've never had? Looking around.
I never said I justified it.
Do you accept that those places you've been are flat?
As far as I can see, they look flat. Yeah,
Yeah, but
looking
are
into
they
the
flat?
distance, sure.
Are they
I don't
flat
know.
though?
What's your definition of flat?
Right. But you use that standard for other things. Like it looks like that thing, therefore it is that thing. But you go to a place, and as far as you can see, it looks flat, but you don't conclude it is flat because it looks like it.
That's my perspective, sure. As far as I can see, I mean, yeah, that's anybody's perspective. It looks level and flat and etc. I
So
understand that.
subjective.
I guess you could say anything's subjective. I mean, if you're the one who's looking at it,
No, not everything's subjective, dude. 1 plus 1 isn't subjective.
Okay, that's mathematics. That's different. So we're not talking about axioms. We're talking about what you're looking at, right?
Yeah. Any visual observation when you're just looking at something because it's a projection of the 3D world is inherently subjective. Now, what is objective is basically a description of how it looks. You could say, hey, this looks like that, but that doesn't mean it is that.
You know what this reminds me of? Your question reminds me of the Gettier problem. You know what that is, right?
Not at the top of my head.
This
So I
where
have
this
heard of it.
where yeah, where there's sheep in the field, and then there's a cardboard sheep out there. Someone do you understand now?
There's a sheep in the field and there's a cardboard sheep. Keep going.
Well, I'm just saying, this is just going through it roughly. It's not exactly what it is, but
It's not even
if you
close.
if you I'm just saying if you look out there, you would see a bunch of sheep, even though one of them's not a sheep. Okay, something else. So
How do you know it's not a sheep?
how do you know it isn't?
Yeah, how would you tell whether it's a sheep?
No, that's the problem. You couldn't
You'd
tell
go
one
up
way
to
or the
the
other.
sheep and you go all the individual units, you'd go test to see if they were a cardboard cutout sheep. What you're saying, this is your position, is I got to get farther away to get a better look. And I'm going to look at the whole herd. And once I can see the fucking whole herd, I'll be able to pick out that sheep that isn't a
Point
sheep.
is, if you look at the whole thing, they all look like sheep.
Dude, the
That's the point.
subjective argument was yours. You're the one who said fly to space, look at the Earth. I said measure it.
What am I measuring, Indio? 12 feet in
Whether
front
the
of me?
surface of the Earth is curving. Is it curving? Is it not curving? If curving, ball. If not curving, not ball.
How much of the Earth do I need to measure to make that extrapolation?
Oh, not much.
All right.
Probably a couple. I would say 10 long distance observations, consistent over a period of time.
And you translate that into miles, or
It's not a distance because we know what the water does.
okay?
Have you ever experienced water, a connected body of water, to do something in one place and not in the other at the surface? To any significant degree?
No.
Yeah, so why would we think that somehow the Earth, I measure the water flat here and then goes somewhere else, and that's where it's curving?
What do you mean by measure the water flat? What does that
The
mean?
surface of the water has to curve. So from a level line, horizontally extending out into space, the surface of the Earth should curve away from it, such as eye level. Should curve down and away from eye level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means at each increment of distance, there's a separation between that level line and the surface of the Earth. Well, let's call it a horizontal line and the surface of the Earth, because you'll try to conflate fucking level with curved. So let's just say from the horizontal level line, okay, and the surface of the Earth, it should increase in distance. The further you go, the larger the distance, and it should increase exponentially. If that's not happening, then the Earth's not a ball. It's really simple, bro. It's not even complicated.
Okay. I can see how you
Can you
would
have
see
a
it that
ball
way.
with a flat surface?
If it's big enough, yeah.
Really?
Sure.
Okay. Well, let me tell you how that's not the case. The definition of a sphere is equidistant from the center. A flat surface can't be equidistant from a single point along its length. Okay? So, I don't know if you need to go back to like geometry class, but a straight line and a curved line can't possibly be the same because
No,
of the
those two aren't
properties.
the same now.
Well, because of the properties of a sphere are equidistant from the center, which is a point. And a line can't be equidistant from a point along its length.
A straight line and a curved line are two different things. I agree. But you
Yeah,
said
okay.
flat surface. That's
Yeah,
different.
that means a straight line, dude.
Okay, when you say straight line, my
I can take
definition is
okay.
180
Let's switch it
degrees.
to a plane. Okay, a 2D fucking plane from a point can't be equidistant from that point, but the surface of a sphere can be equidistant from that point and must be.
Would you agree there's a difference between a straight line and a line?
Yes.
Okay. I agree with that too. Those aren't the same thing.
Okay. You're trying to just deflect from the point. Okay, and the point is that the surface of the Earth is not curving, measured to be not curving.
And you have a line that's not 180 degrees?
What does that mean? We're talking about a
I'm
straight
asking.
line. No, enough with the red herrings, dude.
Just ask.
We're only talking about the surface of the Earth, dude. Is it curving or is it not?
Well, I think it is because I think it's a sphere, but
And why is that?
I don't. How much time do you have?
No, I'm asking you why you think it's a sphere.
That's what I just asked you. How much time do you have?
Yeah, I got plenty of time.
Okay. Well, let's start with everything that we can all see. Let's start with satellite images and go from there.
Who's we? So, looking at a screen.
Yeah.
What about the world? What about nature?
I don't have any reason to think that they're not real. So.
You don't have any reason to think they are real.
Okay. Well, I guess you could say that about anything, right?
No. So there's
No?
two types of claims. There's regular claims and there's fantastic claims. Claiming you have machines zipping around in a fucking vacuum at 17,000 miles per hour is a fantastic claim.
Okay. I can appreciate that.
And there's no reason I should believe them. Can you give me a reason to believe that there's pictures of Earth from space?
No, I can't convince you in any way.
No, I'm at a reason. What was the reason you believed them? How did you evaluate them is what I'm asking you. Like, you were presented these pictures, someone said, hey, these are pictures from space. What was your evaluation process on that claim?
Well, I didn't vet these images.
What was your evaluation process on that claim?
I just told you I didn't vet these images.
You didn't even for 1 second you didn't do anything.
No, I trusted. I didn't vet it in any way.
I trusted. So you don't actually know the Earth's a globe. You just trust somebody else's claim that it is.
Yeah, if I knew everything, I wouldn't need to do anything. I would just, at some point you have to trust somebody.
What? What do you mean know everything? What's that got to do with anything?
No one is omniscient, so at some point you have to trust someone. Or
no, you don't. Says who?
Yeah,
where's that written
ridiculous.
down? Oh, you don't?
You have to trust.
Do you know who your father is?
Well, I know what my mother says. I know what's written on the birth certificate. No, I don't know.
Right, so you don't know. You just know what's
No, I don't.
you, right? Okay. Right, exactly.
I don't know what you're thinking. No, I don't know. And who said I trusted what they told me?
Oh, you don't trust what your mom told you?
Not necessarily. You don't know my mother.
Okay, fair enough.
You also don't know your own. You don't even know how old you are. No one in this chat does. Nobody knows how old they are. Nobody.
You're asking if we trust the same people who told us about Santa, the Easter Bunny?
Well,
Come on. But even so, trust is not required. You choose to trust or not trust. That's a choice. It's not required. Okay, you're not required to trust.
Right.
You're not required to trust their claims, dude.
Indio, you asked me a question. I gave you an honest answer. Now you want to fault me on it?
No. What I said. Listen. You said you must trust somebody. That's not true. You don't have to trust anybody.
Fair enough. You don't have to.
Okay, you choose to. So you don't. The point is, you don't know the Earth is a globe. Okay, I just wanted to get you to say the truth. You believe it because you choose to believe it because you choose to trust in complete fucking strangers and their claims, even though you never evaluated the veracity of the claims by your own admission.
India,
you're my dad. You are a religious zealot.
Nobody knows everything, so at some point
that has nothing to do with this. Whether you know something or not has nothing to do with this.
It doesn't.
We're talking about this very specific thing. Don't try to fucking muddy the water. Where I'm demanding that you know everything. I'm saying this very specific thing. You don't know the Earth is a globe, and the basis that you've admitted that you believe it is because of the claims of other people that you never even evaluated.
I didn't say I knew what the shape of the Earth was.
Yeah, what a scumbag.
I mean, you're arguing against a straw man.
I asked you, and I never said. No, you just straw manned what I said. I never said you knew the shape of the Earth. I asked you why you believed it.
And I told you. So what's the problem?
Yeah. So where's the straw man?
It's like you're fighting against a shadow.
Where's the straw man?
I answered your question.
Where's the straw man? Where was my straw man?
He critiqued it.
No, it just sounds like you're shadow boxing,
Yeah, now you're going to talk about me. Gimmick again.
I'm not gimmicking. You asked me a question, and I gave you an intellectually honest answer. So
yeah, you gave me an honest answer, and I gave you an honest rendition of the whole thing, compactified. because you're trying to use smoke and mirrors to hide what the situation is. The situation is some people said something, you chose to believe their words, and you never evaluated it.
All right, shoot me. I mean, what do you want me to do? I don't know everything. I have to believe somebody at some point.
No, you don't.
There he goes again.
Okay, what do
Dude,
you
it's like,
suggest I
do you use these gimmicks like in the other VCs or something?
I'm not trying to gimmick anything. I'm not playing any games.
They're rhetorical gimmicks, dude. Did you forget I've talked to you before and you did these same things then and the time before that? It's like they're little catchphrases, right? They're little gimmicks.
What do you want me to say to you?
It's not what I want you to say. Okay? This is really simple. You have a belief, you never evaluated whether the belief is true or not. I'm telling you how you can do it, but you don't care because you'd rather just believe the claims of strangers. You can test their claims, you know, right?
All right.
Did you know that you could go out into the natural world and test their claims?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe part of it. Yeah, I don't know if I can test
What
all
part?
of it.
What do you mean part of it?
You said test their claims.
Yeah, test their claims that the Earth is a ball.
I can't test satellite images. I don't have the equipment or the money or the resources to do that.
Yeah, you can. Because if what the image depicts doesn't exist in reality, then the image is fake.
Okay.
So someone showed you a picture of a frickin' pink house in the middle of Times Square, and then you go to Times Square and there's no pink house there, you know the image is fake. You don't have to prove how they faked it. There's no fucking house there. So what they depicted in the picture doesn't exist. In reality, the image has to be fake, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah, so the images that they take the picture of show what we've been talking about, curving water. And you can go check in reality whether the water's actually curving. Because the things in that images, like the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, you can go there. Just like I have, I can go down to the Atlantic Ocean, the thing that's in their fucking pictures, and see if the water's curving. But it's not.
Okay.
So you have a picture that doesn't exist. It's not an accurate rendition of nature.
What do you think?
And how do I know? Because I went into nature and tested and looked in nature to see, hey, dude, does that thing exist actually in nature? Is my Atlantic Ocean out there actually curving?
All right. So if what you're saying is true, what do you think we should do going forward?
God, here we go. The call to arms. I think you should go down to like you should find the largest, flattest body of water and hold up a sign that says, "This water doesn't curve," and chant slogans, dude. Like, what the fuck, bro? What do you mean, dude? Like, what are you talking about?
I'm just saying. What do you think we should do with this information? In your view,
tell people it.
Okay.
A lot of people are misinformed. There's a lot of myths that have been spread through humanity, and this is one of them. This is just a modern-day atheist religion. It's a religion without a deity. All the things that people practice in religion, the globe does, but it's minus the deity. It's got a creation story, has a creation of man story. The fundamental claims can't be tested by anybody but the priesthood. You have to just trust what they say. Same way that people read the Bible, only the clergy could read the Bible, and the fucking laymen couldn't read it in the past. It's the same thing. It's esoteric. You have to decipher esoteric symbols on a fucking blackboard, and that actually proves the exact opposite of what you experience in reality. If you understand the symbols, then you understand the true reality. That's like fucking magic, bro. If you look at it for the way it really is, all the things that they say that were left behind by the Enlightenment, they just co-opted with a different type of bullshit.
Fascinating. You know, India, you sound like someone whose heart is in the right place. You really do.
Well, that being what it may, the fact remains is they have a creation story, Big Bang. They have an origin of man story, right? frickin' evolutionary fucking black goo. Right. Same with religion. You look at any religion, they have a creation story. And the Lord said, let there be light. They have a creation of man story. God created Adam from the dust. Right? So it's all the same things. Oh, what does God say? Oh, we don't know. You fucking got to ask the priest. Only they're the ones communing with God, the prophets and all those people. Right? You can't know. The priests know. Oh, what's the evidence for space? Oh, how can I know the Earth's a globe? Oh, you can't know. Only the astronauts can know. See, all these things are analogous. The fundamentals of all this shit are almost identical.
It's fascinating, isn't it? You know, I'm going to ask you.
Yeah,
one
there's
more thing
nothing new
before I
under
go
the
on mute.
sun.
I want to ask you one more thing before I go on mute because I don't want to take up too much of the mic time. If you were wrong about something, would you want to know it?
Oh yeah, why not?
Okay. Okay, fair enough. That's good. I'm glad you said that.
I ain't wrong about this.
Yeah. No, I didn't say you were. But you answered my question. So we have a good one. Okay.
Ah, you too.
All right.
Keep the faith, brother.
Thank you.